Okay, we are here. We are live with some more Pokemon Legends ZA. Last time, we spent some time doing hyperspace stuff as per usual. That's what we've been mainly doing. We spent a bunch of time doing donut stuff. But more importantly, we took on the Primal Kyogre fight, which then led to us meeting with Corbeau, who talked about Rayquaza. So our goal now is to... Actually, I think I can go outside to show real quick. The portal. But our goal now is to fight Rayquaza for the sake of Ansha. We found out that because this is sort of like the dream world, or that hyperspace is, yeah, like sort of like a dream reflection of desires, something weird like that, that Ansha had to wish really hard for Rayquaza to appear. So now there's this above our base, and we got to get 100,000 hyperspace points, or survey points. So we'll start working at that today. I got a few things to do today. Let me first off, let's do some quick Pokedex update, and we have a few Dex entries I think we can read. One of which being Flamigo. Flamigo, the synchronized Pokemon. A flock of Flamigo can reach numbers of over 10,000. The sight of one of these massive flocks moving together in sync is incredible to behold. Oh. 10,000 Flamigo. That is a lot of Flamigos. Do flamingos go in that big of flocks? I'm just used to seeing them at the zoo. I'm like, wow, there's like 10 of them, 20 of them maybe. I love its noise. Oh yeah, then we did find a shiny one of these yesterday. It was the first time we found Flamigo, added it to our decks, and we found a shiny one immediately. So that was a pretty funny, lucky find. I do have those shiny Flamigo already in Scarlet, but I can't complain. A shiny is a shiny. There's some interesting animations with the way its like legs move. I do love looking at its underwing. Hang on. I don't know, the underwing is very pretty. We'll put this on the shiny, because why not? Next up on our list we have Dondozo. Dondozo, the big catfish Pokemon. Although it boasts fantastic strength and a huge body that stirs up great waves when it thrashes, Dondozo struggles at catching prey. Aww. It's doing its best. I'm a Dondozo enjoyer, personally. Here, we're gonna back you up a little. Also quite like its noise as well. It's a fun little guy. Well, big guy. Yeah, we found them with Tatsugiri yesterday, so we finally caught more of the Tatsugiri forms. I think there's a side quest to show someone all 3 forms of Tatsugiri, so hopefully we can do that as well today. Just to knock a side quest out of the way. Probably should spend a day soon going through and doing side quest stuff. Let me see. We do have different ones. So I think this was the one we have. This is the one we have on our team. So we're gonna. I can just read a quick description. Tatsugiri will battle fiercely among themselves, determine which of them will get to partner with a particular Dondozo. Then we got Droopy form. Even if swallowed by a foe, Tatsugiri will try to make its escape through various means, such as by inflating its throat sac. Huh. And Stretchy form. Tatsugiri assesses situations using its sharp intellect. If it determines there is no hope of winning, it flees as fast as it can. Yeah, they run away from the humans. Oh yeah, so they do have different forms. So this is the one we have, or been using on our team, which is the Curly form. Tatsugiri's brain has been invigorated by Mega Evolution, making it even wilier. It can create and command copies of itself. In Droopy form, it solidifies the energy of Mega Evolution, building up an overflowing pile to launch as projectiles. These projectiles explode on contact. Solidifies the energy of Mega Evolution. Interesting. And then Stretchy form, using Mega Evolution, it creates a dish to ride upon, allowing it to move with total freedom, even through the air. Huh. Huh. Oh, is it talking about the things on the middle of them? Interesting, okay. I'm assuming they all have the same animations, but we'll do a quick check. It's kind of a goofy little guy. Yeah, well, yeah, so we got the one Tatsugiri on our team now. We also used it in Scarlet, so I have my experience with the little guy. Got a pretty good defensive typing. The water dragon. I think you're basically the same animations. Yeah. You can also take a look at the megas. I'm assuming they probably also run the same animations, but it's fun to see. Because, yeah, the one in the middle depends on which form it is, which someone in my chat pointed out. I didn't know that because we'd only caught the one, but that's pretty cool. The sound. It's very funny. Especially like the reverb. Oh yeah, they're pretty much the same animations. They're just positioned differently. And yeah, they got the balls on the head of the one. Which I feel like normally would be like eggs, right? Like a real fish, or they look kind of similar to that, maybe? I don't know. I could just be talking out my ass, but in this case, they're not eggs. They're clumps of mega energy. Okay, what else we got here? We got Musharna! Musharna, the drowsing Pokemon. The mist from its forehead takes the shape of things that appeared in dreams Musharna has eaten, giving those dreams physical form. Oh. Interesting. So, like, I don't know, a nightmare about demons, a demon just pops up in its pink mist. Yeah. Musharna's a fun Pokemon. Yeah, Muna, they're cute. I would honestly love to get shinies of them. Because yeah, they weren't available in Scarlet Violet. The last game to hunt them would have been Sword and Shield, which I don't wanna hunt in those games. Nah, it's not worth the energy in them. It is an interesting noise. It's like attack animations are like barely attacks. Evil, the fox Pokemon. This clever Pokemon marks potential targets with its scent, then follows its nose to locate their nests. Huh. So it's smelling itself. It's got the little goofy ass mustache. The Thievul line is pretty nice. Nice shinies as well, speaking of that. Would love to get those that, once again, previously only available in Sword and Shield, which I just don't want to put the energy into. I'm noticing now, you can't really see Sura, but like, the weight on its belly kind of is, it's almost like a beard. Because it goes like, you can see how there's like a little bit dangling at the bottom. Kind of interesting, never really noticed that. It has a cool noise. Huh. Anyways. Is it just the legendaries now? Oh, these came after Darkrai in the decks. Interesting. Kyogre, the Sea Basin Pokemon. In myths, this Pokemon expanded the seas with torrential rains and great tsunamis. It battled ferociously against Groudon. Huh. But yeah, so it isn't technically a Mega form. It's a Primal form, so yeah, the way it's shown is different. We'll do one and then the other. Great noise. Kyogre's a cool Pokemon. I mean, I have the nostalgia bias for it growing up on Gen 3, so... But I quite like it. It definitely has, like, the legendary feel to it. Until you put it next to a Wailord and it's, like, a third of the size. Then you're just like, oh. But that's why we don't put them next to each other. It is sort of whale-esque already. And then we got Kyogre Primal Reversion. Basin Pokemon. Ooh. Kinda cool you can see through it. Kyogre reverted to this state via the blue orb, which contains the energy of the primordial world. Kyogre's body resembles seawater. It is cool, yeah, seeing inside it. Sort of a unique view of it. Yeah, definitely I've not looked at like Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre quite as much as regular Groudon and Kyogre. You know, I did play a decent bit of Orez when they came out, but I haven't really done anything with it since, so... It's cool, it's pretty. Noise is interesting. Quite fascinating. Seeing it from this angle is also pretty cool. I don't know, I just like being able to see inside it. It's kind of weird, but cool. And then we also have Groudon. Oh wait, I'm gonna put that in its normal form for the photo. I love the photo in the background with his mouth open. Groudon, the continent Pokemon. Groudon is said to have expanded the reach of dry land by evaporating water with raging heat. It battled ferociously against Kyogre. Yeah, I was a Ruby kid growing up. So Groudon's my boy, but I like both of them equally, I'll be honest. They're both really cool legendaries. They definitely embody what I think a legendary Pokemon should be. Or wants to be, especially like the box cover ones. I say that like I'm insulting specific legendaries. I'm not like, yeah, that's how it should be, Tapu Fini. But, you know. I don't know. But it has that quality to it. Of like, oh shit. Which I like. Be befriending Groudon in Poké Park be like. Anyway, and then we got Primal Groudon, or Primal Revision, Primal Groudon. This is Groudon's true form, restored using the Red Orb. Energy spills from its body in the form of magma. This is cool. You can't, yeah, you don't, like, see inside it in the same way you see Kyogre, but I guess you see, like, the lava flowing within it, or the magma. Back it up a little bit just because of your animations. It is interesting. It was sort of an interesting take on, like I guess the mega gimmick. I know it's not, they're not technically megas, but they function the same as megas. I don't know, just yeah, it was an interesting way of, or an interesting way to, like, remix the Pokemon, I guess. Yeah, no, they both have such a quality to them. Here's we can see inside its mouth. That's an angle. Ah! Oh crap. That should be everything there. Let's go through our boxes next. I don't know how much we caught yesterday. Okay, a little bit. Nothing crazy though. I don't know why I'm gonna check this. I know I have an Alpha Crocodile. Wow, I have an Alpha Crocodile. Okay. That's a good nature. Anything else that is calling out? I think it would just have to be like adamant. Oh yeah, we gotta move Kyogre. Put it with Groudon here. Okay, so you got Modest, and then your plus defense minus attack. Interesting. Origin Pulse, Surf, Ice Beam, Thunder. Got in the Lure Ball yesterday. Here's about Origin Pulse. These are attacks with countless beams of light that glow bluish white. Obviously, I'm curious how that and Precipice Blades, how they kind of work in, like mechanically, I guess, in this game. Yeah, so I think we're gonna just keep the Jolly one for the time being. That'll be our pick, because none of the other ones are adamant. I could go for technically like an offensive one, but I think it's more of an offensive kind of Pokemon. Anything here that wows me? Nope. Nope. What do we have in terms of... Okay, so we have Mime Jr. We do not have any... Do we not have any Mr. Mimes? Oh, there they are. Okay, hang on. These guys should probably be together. What? Hang on. Ah. So yeah, Mime Jr., Mime... Alright, Mime Jr., Mr. Mime, Mr. Rhyme. Okay, so that's just if we got any good natures. Also want to move these two back where they... over here. Any of these have any wowzer natures? Oh, there is an alpha. Okay. What? Highly inconveniencing. Okay, so we got the alpha one. I think... Yeah, I may as well grab the plus speed minus attack one. Probably not that good of a nature, but... a hell of a lot better than adamant. Right. Do that in the right order. Cool, cool. Boom, boom, boom. Anything going on with Sock of note? No. Where do we have Sock? Better nature on that one than any of these guys. Okay, yeah, we got Alpha. Okay, we got 3 Tatsugiris. So we got... Okay, we only got the Alpha Yellow one, but that's fine. Either of these have a good nature. Nope. That one. B minus attack's pretty good on it. Kind of an odd bunch there, but we take them. No. We do have a Slowking. I think I'll just keep the one we have. We only have 2 options for Dondozo. I'll take the neutral one. Not sure if we even need a good-natured Gyarados, although we definitely did not find one. We got all 3. I'm just getting mildly paranoid because these things have been a little trickier to catch. Oh, okay, hang on. I don't think we need an Alpha Simisage. Do not. I mean, I can go check what we have. I think we have Adamant. Yeah, I'll keep the Adamant, I think. Well, it's not bad on it, but... Yeah, I guess we'll just keep Adamant. I think I'd be more likely to consider Jolly if speed worked as it does in like the traditional games. Traditional Pokemon games. We do have an Alpha Flareon, and that's not a good nature. Okay. Okay, so I want to go figure out where that Tatsugiri side quest lady is. I have the vaguest of ideas, and I think I'm just going to go blindly run and look for it. But more importantly, well, not more importantly, but... Oop. The main thing that I'm really intrigued by here is I want to do a little bit more donut experimentation. I think I'm just going to kind of ramble for a sec. Let me see. We've gone through these for the most part. We have not. Never mind. We desperately need Scizor. Anything crazy going on? I feel like I've looked at these. Did I just, like, not... Maybe it didn't tell me about the Cleavor and Scizor last time? But we'll start heading over that way. But what I want to talk about is... I've been mentioned, and it's probably come up a bunch. I've been keeping track of pretty intensely Maybe not pretty intensely, but I've been keeping track of all the recipes, donut recipes I've made, and what the results were, or at least the first time that we got a certain outcome, which I'll get into that in a sec to elaborate more on that. But I've been doing that, and it's partially been to better understand the donut mechanics, because it's just sort of a semi-complex system, and I've been fascinated, and I don't want to Google it, because I think it's more interesting for me to figure it out as I go on my own. And that's how I found out, for example, yeah, you had to get like 120 in one of the flavor scores. So like, for example, sour 120 in order to get an effect number 1. That was a 100% consistent thing that I figured out. Or you could do like sweet 40, sour 40, bitter 40, and that would always give you one effect because the total is at least 120, and the numbers are the same. Where is this? So I've been using that, and the spreadsheet's been pretty helpful. It's also really useful in understanding what flavor did what. So I was able to figure out, yeah, like the Humongo Teensy Alpha is a result of sweet, for example, or sour either gives mega related. Mommy, you spawn here? What? Okay. There you go. We caught a Gumi. Hi. What was I trying to hear? I'm gonna pause for 1 sec so I can say this before I keep trying to game and scatter my thoughts too much. But yeah, I've been keeping track of that sort of thing. It's been useful figuring out. Oh yeah, I was saying sour. Yeah, it's like mega power related or item power related. And so I was trying to figure stuff out because there's a few questions that I kind of had. A involved like, how do I consistently get level 2 or level 3 powers as opposed to just level 1 powers from the effects? That was a big one. And then, is there a way to sort of manipulate the type outcome that you get? So, like, let's say I wanted to get catching power fire. Is there a way to do that, or is it, like, pure random? Because also the level 2 thing seemed a little inconsistent. So a lot of it was just sort of... I mean, there is some level of randomness, I think, that is applied in the same way. Like, if I have Sweet 120, I'm either going to get Humongo, Alpha, or Teensy Power level 1, and it's probably a 1 in 3, basically, between them, presumably. So there's been that. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to try to analyze the spreadsheet better. So I ended up, just out of curiosity, saving the page in my spreadsheet that I have currently 288 recipes in, or like in outcomes, and uploading that to, I initially tried ChatGPT to sort of see if AI could pick out patterns that I was not able to, because AI is pretty good at finding patterns and stuff. And given the sheer amount and my ability to keep track of everything, I was like, I'll give it a shot. Wasn't very promising initially because it kind of completely misunderstood how the basic mechanics worked. After I explained it, it got a little bit more, although I wasn't finding anything super concrete with a lot of this stuff. I also figured I'd try Gemini and Claude to see if they came up with like similar results or different results, and it's kind of all wishy-washy. No Pokemon pun intended. So, some of the stuff that I found was stuff that I already kind of concluded. I wasn't getting great responses on the type stuff. There was sort of vague implications that certain berries might have types like associated with them, or like they might break down into different types, but because I'm constantly using so many different types of berries, it's not consistent. So I wanted to try something today, which we'll go do in a little bit, and that is to explicitly try the same berry over and over again. The best way to do this is to buy the cheap berries, also hello, from the berry guy, like how we normally, or not normally, but we were doing the Roselli berries to get sweet over 120 to consistently try to go for like cheaper alpha powers. I can use Chillin', which is 25 fresh, 10 sweet, Babiri, 25 spicy, 10 fresh, and Haban, 20 bitter, 10 sweet, to mess with like attack power, catching power, and defensive powers, or like resistance powers, to see if we're getting like consistently the same types if I do it over and over and over again. And what I was bringing up was one fault of the sheet was I was only ever recording a result once. So like when going through and doing, say, the Roselli Berry, if I was going for alpha powers, I was only writing the alpha power, teensy power, and Humongo power down once per doing it. But if I did it 15 times, I wasn't writing down every individual thing, which makes, I think, analysis a little less effective. At least for what I'm trying to do, which is why I'm going to try the specific same berries over and over again to see if there is actually a true correlation between type outcome and berry, or if it's like pure random between all the types. Or at least see if there's some consistency to it. Maybe it's not that, maybe it's the flavor profile, I don't know. One thing that I did use the AI for toward the end was I never was keeping track of flavor score, just the flavor profile. So the breakdown, like I'm looking right now, one of them, spicy 350, bitter 330, fresh 90, sour 60, sweet 50. I was doing that, but I wasn't writing down that the flavor score was 880. So I actually used AI to just quickly add all those up and put the flavor score into my spreadsheet because I didn't have to manually count 288 recipes. I could just have it do it in a minute or two because that's something I can actually do consistently. Minus the few errors that I had to manually correct. So not anyway. AI is inconsistent. More at 11. But so by analyzing them as a human, I did find out a few more things, or like I found out the specific rules, some of which the AI I think kind of found. But it was easier for me to just manually do it. I'm not 100% confident on every number, but I have a pretty good idea. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna take a sip. So adding the flavor score actually did help a lot, and I'm going to keep doing that. So I found out, this we kind of already knew, but the first effect is at least 120 in one flavor, or at least 120 flavor score across multiple flavors with equal numbers in each flavor, which is the whole 120 or 40-40-40 or 60-60 or whatever, or it can even be like 50-50-50 as long as it's over 120 or over. The second effect was at least 240 in flavor score. It also required at least 120 in 2 different flavors, or at least a 240 flavor score across multiple flavors with an equal number in each flavor. I think it has to be equal. There might be some contradictions to that, but that might only be in level effect 3. I'm not 100% sure. But pretty much a 240 minimum is required to get the second effect, and multiple things that can achieve it. So if I were to do sweet 240, I'm not necessarily going to get 2 separate things. And then effect 3 was at least 350 flavor score, and at least 120 in 3 different flavors, or one flavor having at least 175 and a second flavor having 120. So 175 seems to be the minimum threshold to trigger the same effect. So spicy, right? Let's say if I have 175 in spicy, I could theoretically get like attack power fighting and then attack power level 1. So that is the requirement to get 2 of the same type, like category of effect, which is the cap. It doesn't seem like we can get 3 of the same category. If that makes sense. And for some reason, it seems like it's 350 and not 360. I don't know why, because given it goes 120, 240. If I skip ahead slightly, I was just figuring out how you get 1-star to 5-star donuts. So 1-star donut is at least 120 flavor score, 2-star donut is at least 240 score, 3-star donut is at least 350, which kind of checks out with the whole effect 3 thing. But I found out that if the flavor score is at least 700, the donut is a 4-star, so 350 times 2 is 700. And then finally, if a flavor score is at least 960, a donut will become a 5-star. As far as I'm aware, at least. There might be some minor flexibilities, but I'm pretty sure I ended up having to go in and actually test a few outliers, because I was looking at like the scores, and there was like 1 or 2 here and there that were outliers that like I'd have like a 3-star donut that was like 750, or like a 4-star donut that was like 500 score, and a few of those most of them were just me making typing errors, because I would manually put the recipe in just to see what the flavor score was. So there's that. I think that explains, which is where it's like there's some consistency in the numbers. Then I ended up seeing, so the level 2, the power chance, it seems like if the flavor score has to be at least 520 and the individual flavor has to be at least 170 to get at least a chance at a level 2. It doesn't seem consistent though. It seems like it's a chance between level 1 and 2. And then for level 3, it seems like the flavor score has to be at least 710 and the flavor needs to be at least 360. Level 2, those are kind of weird numbers. It might have to be, I mean, it should These numbers theoretically seem to repeat. I mean, but I think I did get a 170 and not a 175 to get a level 2. But Power 3, it might be at least 700, which is the 4-star donut, and at least 350, which is the 3-star donut, in order to get the chance for a level 3 donut. Or power, if that makes sense. And then finally, I also found out that the sweet score has to be at least 350 to get sparkly power, and it might also need to be at least a 700 flavor score. This one is the weakest in terms of things that I have, because I think I've only gotten 5 or 6 sparkly powers. But that is like the general observation that I found. So it's just good to know. And some of these numbers I might find things and tweak them as I go if I remember. But it's just sort of like the general rules. And so through these rules I also, the AI is kind of what led me to the experimentation of using the Chillin' Babiri and Habenberries over and over and over again to see if I get the same types. Because there wasn't enough data to really go through for the AI to like confidently be like, yes, these are like the percentage breakdowns of the types that the berries can give because of the constant mixing. So if anything, that's the thing that the AI gave me the most of, because I kind of just analyzed everything else myself, minus the just getting total flavor scores to make my life easier. So we'll try that sooner rather than later. We'll try to do it today, mess with those. I think that's just about everything I want to talk about. And then I think I'll write down going forward. Well, I'm debating. I guess I should just write down going forward, even if I get the exact same outcome from a donut recipe. And, you know, as I was saying with like the sweet 120, I could get one of 3 outcomes, but instead of only writing it once, I should write it every time. Or at least while I'm doing this specific experimentation where I'm trying to figure out the type stuff. But I think I should do that going forward because it might make type relating to berries more consistent, if that's a thing, which we'll hopefully find out from this experiment. So I gotta go buy a ton of those berries just to do it over and over and over again. I'm gonna get a bunch of kind of crappy donuts, but I can always feed them to Gulpin if I need space. But anyway, now that I've rambled, we're going to Bugsville, because we need Cleavor and Scizor. Cleavor's not as big of a problem because we can get the Black Augerite. But Scizor we have not been able to get, so that is like big need. Hubbity bubbity. I have a flying type for Heracross. Cleavor's a weird one. I mean, I think Rock goes pretty well. Super Rock, super effective into it. And then Water is. Okay, let's try this. So thank you for listening to my ramble. Hopefully that made any sense. Let's see. I think we want a 4-star or something or other. We want to make sure we have a decent bit of time, because there's no guarantee that they're going to initially spawn, and if we get the outdoor spawn, we can't respawn. Like, we have to feint them to respawn them. So having some decent time would be very helpful. I'm okay with doing this. I mean, Teensy Power is a little weird, I guess, but we just need stuff to fill in the decks. Let me see. Oh, wait, we can... Oh, it's the same thing. Actually, let's do this because we get the encounter power, too. I don't like the Teensy, but... Hopefully we get the Sewer, because I can just run back and forth to respawn, despawn, as opposed to, like, having to rely on fainting Pokemon and waiting for them to hit whatever the minimum time is to respawn, like 2 minutes or something. I've been blabbering a lot. But I had to get my theory crafting out of the way. That is only a catch Scyther. Okay. I'm just gonna have to ignore that. Hello, Heracross. There's Scizor. Okay, there's multiple sections here. That is a low fucking catch rate. Because, yeah, we only had found Scyther one other time, and I ran out of time to catch it. Okay. Dude, this area is nothing but Scyther. I guess that we did see Cleavor and Scizor. Oh yeah, you have a hard catcher too. There we go, we caught Scizor. Oh shit. Get it. that enough even? Okay, I gotta catch. Oh my god, dude. We're taking so much damage. That's the gold Pokeball. Yeah, we just gotta try to get a Cleavor for the sake of getting it. Yeah. For Colbur, nice. So I guess I'm just gonna keep going for Scizor that I can. Well, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I think we only have the catching power Steel, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my god, that catch rate is so low! What the fuck? That was comically low. I like how there's just 2 Heracross on now. That catch rate is comically low. Alright, I'm gonna go for the Scizor. I could use a Nest. Okay. Oh no, you're still alive. I can run away. I unfortunately accidentally cut that other one when I shouldn't have. I thought I just assumed it was gonna die. I wonder if Cleavor and Scizor can spawn in the same batch. I can... Well, I probably should catch Alpha Scizor or Scyther. This might be a complete waste of time. Okay. I'm gonna ignore Scizor. There's another one of her. Real cool. Netball's it increases bug catch, right? Yeah. Don't know if it's actually gonna make enough of a difference here. Try that. Fuck yeah, okay. Okay. Cool. See if I can get these two. I still need to get an Alpha Scizor. But at least it's registered in my decks, you know? Okay. I'll see if I can get like one other guy. Oh, never mind. Wow, that was way less time than I thought I had. The character's face. Okay, we at least got Scizor for the living deck, so I think all we need is Umbreon and Espeon now for the main decks. Which we have EVs to evolve, I just have to be bothered. But let's go! Yeah. That was actually a really good spot for that, because of just how many Scyther bunches there were, and the fact that it could be both Scizor and Cleavor. We only got the one Cleavor, but I will take it. I'll have to see if I want to keep the Alpha Scizor just to have it turn into a Cleavor. Also a random Goomy. Ooh. Catching him in a netball feels so strange. But it was working. We take it. Now we could also use Repeat Balls on Cleavor, which is still a kind of low chance, but hey. I don't think I need anything. So I think we're fine to go look for the Tatsugiri shenanigans real quick. Just see if anything like changed around that made it look more appealing. Okay, I'm trying to remember exactly where this is. I know I can look it up, but I'm just testing my memory. I know it's a cafe, and it's kind of off to the side. I'm pretty sure it's over in this general direction. I could take up the Alpha Phalanx. I'm pretty sure we still need a good-natured Alpha. I can check, actually. Do we need a good-natured Alpha Phalanx? We do. Okay, cool. May as well go pop in and catch this guy then. I see no reason to not. We do have a good-natured regular Phalanx, so I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to fight all these guys. Okay, we're actually gonna run, I think, right by the berry guy. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, we also need to keep an eye out for Ndidi, because I want to get an Alpha Ndidi for the one quest. Somebody wants that. And then, yeah, there's the various other side quests. Okay, we are actually able to buy the berries, which was just kind of one of my main goals. All going out before we went back to the donut place. I like how I'm calling it the donut place and not just Hotel Z. Okay, so we need a bunch of Chillin' Bavarian Hobbin berries. I think I'm willing to just drop by like 200 of each. Worst case, we just kind of have them sitting around for as filler berries. Okay, this is gonna cost like 800 or 80k, but whatever. Cause yeah, if nothing else, they're kind of cheap berries I can throw in to get a nice 20 or 25 in a specific category. Maybe I'll buy 100 Roselli as well, because I know we've used a lot recently. And they're good for budgetary, sweet donuts. I'm gonna go this way. And the budget, the sweet ones on a budget are nice if I'm trying to just get like a 1, 2, maybe even 3-star, more so 1 and 2 star. Alpha power. They are quite valuable, the alpha powers. Spinarak. I think I haven't caught a Spinarak in ages. Actually, we're here. Do I benefit from trading? I can sell some of those soon. Oh yeah, I got the blue and red orb. I guess I can sell a few. Or trade a few mega shards. I don't need that many, but may as well. Surprised I don't have XL candies in here. Maybe they'd be too expensive. Okay. Yeah, so we're dropping 100k to experiment on if I think certain donuts tend to have certain properties. If that is the case, we're gonna still run into a bunch of problems probably, in terms of how I actually do that for harder to get berries. But I mean, just knowing conceptually that they have them is a good starting point. Okay, I can grind money sooner or later. Okay. I probably should use a bunch of these Premier Balls sooner or later. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's a cafe that's looking for the Tatsugiri. I don't think it's this one, though, because we've already done the Trubbish quest over here, which is very cute, mind you. Drillbur! Drillbur! So I don't know why I felt the need to Drillbur. Ooh, that's right. We gotta see what Shiny Mega Excadrill looks like. There's a lot of the Shiny Megas I'm curious about. I'm assuming most of them follow their, like, their normal shiny form pattern, like Excadrill. Mega Excadrill probably follows similarly to the regular Excadrill shiny. I have seen a couple of them just because of the ones that have appeared in Pokemon Go. So I've seen the shinies for Mega Dragonite and Mega Malamar, I believe. Might have seen Victory Bell, but I honestly could not remember. Yeah, so Mega Malamar I think uses the same color scheme roughly. Mega Dragonite actually does not. It's like similar, but it's not the same, which is very intriguing. Okay, now I'm just gonna be blindly running because I wanna. Okay. Not that one. It should be a cafe. I think it's that one, actually. Let's see. I had the right, like, quarter of the map. I mean, only gets you so far. But hey, that's just the game theory. Okay, we gotta run to the outskirts and then to Area 17. Okay. Actually, let's go down Spiels. This isn't Spiel Street. Wah! Oh yeah, we did run by this. Like I had the general gist. Is this Spiel Street? I think this is Spiel Street. Yeah, let's go Spiel Street! Woo, 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 woo. You're the aha, okay. You know what? I'll take it. I don't have to pull up the actual quest itself. Have you got a Tatsugiri to show me? If so, which form? Pearly. Oh! So this is curly form Tatsugiri. Seems like it'd be hard to make food curl up like that, but it's helpful to see an example. So elegant. This is helpful. I look forward to seeing all of Tatsugiri's forms. Next up. Stretchy. Oh. Oh, I don't know which one's which. You! So this is stretchy form Tatsugiri. This is the alpha, but you can't even tell. I think I could finagle something like this, as long as I've got something to balance on some rice. Blanking. This is helpful. I look forward to seeing all of Tatsugiri's forms. New one champions is peak. Ooh. And finally, you. I don't even know if did I do this right? I don't even know. Aww. So this is droopy form Tatsugiri. Well, that does look very droopy. Why do they, like, shake? It's funny how sushi can droop like that and still be appealing. Because it's silly. You're undefeated. Pog. I appreciate you showing me all three forms of Tatsugiri. I think I can take a passable stab at making sushi now. Give me a moment. Oh, that's right. She was looking for the sushi coffee combo. I totally forgot about this shtick. Oh, okay. Well, what do you think? It's obviously not made by a pro, but it looks just good enough to make you curious. Which means it should be a perfectly lukewarm seller for our modest hit menu. Hold up! Is that for real? Sushi with coffee? Lumios really is gourmet central. People will try eating all kinds of things. I may not be the one eating it, but the world needs to see this. Hey, Brenda's besties, I'm back with another 100% authentic Lumios food find. This random lady just walked up and started filming us, or our food. This sushi coffee combo is blowing my mind and opening up a whole new world. Cafe Triste is on a whole new level, so come get on it. Bye. Whoops, there I go again, another impromptu live stream. I just can't stop changing the world. An impromptu 20-second live stream. He just walks away like nothing happened. My character's like... Well, she didn't want the place to become too popular. This is it, that sushi coffee combo spot. Hey, let me get a sushi coffee combo. Well, who wants this shit? One sushi coffee combo. Jeez, what a long name. Maybe you could call it Sufi Kafushi? Too many customers, no, merci. Triste dreams of Tatsugiri. Sure, 20 people is nothing too crazy. Yeah, so she failed in creating a lukewarm response. Are these people new? Welcome to Cafe Triste. Please do not order the sushi coffee combo. What would you like? That's really funny. I hope you'll visit again. I was trying to talk to... Oh, okay. I was curious. Oh, yeah, so there's a bunch of people here now, aren't there? That were not here before. They're just looking at their phones. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, and then the okay, this guy's right here, too. We did the whole little story quest. Anyway, clearly the best competitive player ever, Wolfie Who. Do people not usually drink coffee with sushi? I don't think so. That doesn't, to me at least, that does not sound appealing, but I'm also not really a coffee person. So, that probably doesn't help. You do? Well, hey. Cafe Triste stole your idea. You should sue. Make millions. Okay, let's run back to Hotel Z. We're gonna, do some quick experimentation with donuts and stuff. The game called you weird? Well, maybe you are, but that's okay. We're all a little quirky in some way. You're just quirky in a weird way. And then, yeah, this will give time for it to change night so we can get some new, hyperspace thingies popping up. Because, yeah, we'll also keep saying about doing the Rogue Mega Evolving, guys. We did one of those yesterday with Mega Banette. That went fine. We did try a Mega Dragonite one, and we barely were not able to beat it, unfortunately. So... I'm still kind of figuring that all out. I've been running the 4-star donuts, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Are you finding a motherfucker with a shiny female Gallade? Nah. Wait, what? Oh no, they're cheating! Shiny female Gallade. I wonder if the other Magikarp was gonna be here. I just keep going for the Phoebus because I need them with good natures. Anyway. I'm gonna take I keep taking the same path on the hopes that we find a shiny Mareep one day. One day I gotta get like a Sparkly Power Electric or something going. Okay. Okay, cool. Night's falling over the city. I presume this will change the Mareeps. Also, I think my girlfriend's trying to play Resident Evil 4 Remake again, just with one of her friends. Asked her, they've appeared before, I don't know why I need to say it, like, they've never shown up. But I guess she was looking, I guess the aim assist only is allowed for presumably controllers. And assisted in standard mode. But yeah, that's controller aim. I mean, I guess it makes sense why they might do that. But that is kind of funny. Uh-oh. Anyway. Okay. Oh, we should probably also use some EXP candies before I forget. Just to not accidentally fully cap myself. Okay, but this will give us the chance to test our berry type theory. Start awake yet, just wanted the Pecha berry. Yeah, so I think these are probably the cheapest berries to consistently get stuff. I mean, there's probably, man, there might be some that are, what, 15 times 8? Is that even... What's like the bare minimum to get to 120? I think 15 would work. Barely. Now I'm just gonna check, not that it really matters. Hang on. Okay, yeah, so 15 is the bare minimum. But we may as well do the 21, the slightly better berries anyway, because even though they probably cost slightly more, they'll give us better results. Okay, so we're doing red is primarily move type, speed, attack. We're mainly looking at the move types. I don't necessarily need, well, actually, I don't necessarily need to use all 8 berries every time, or anything of that nature. Then I was like, I could throw in a couple other berries just to increase the time, and I'm like, no, that literally kills the entire point of this experiment. Not that I need to do 200, or all 8 of them, I only need to get to 120, but I may as well, just because then they're a little bit more usable. Okay, anyway, spicy 200. So I'm going to just write down every result that I get here. Because it may as well. Okay, and we're going to see how common we get the same types / effects. I wouldn't be too surprised, or not too surprised, we're probably going to get some that are like a speed attack or spatak, but it doesn't make a huge diff, just a mild inconvenience. There. Apparently the game is not running super well on her computer. And she is doing hardcore. Okay, 2-star move-tastic. Does that follow mine? Okay, hang on, real quick. Level 2, the flavor... Okay. The flavor score, my minimum was previously thought to be 520. This was 280, and the flavor score is at least 170, so it hits the second criteria. I guess I can lower this a lot. Maybe it just is a chance on a 170 or higher? Huh. It's at least 280. That is a huge dip. This was a harder one to keep track of, though, in the spreadsheet. This was kind of just from what I could gather, because there's not a great way to sort the applicable thing. Well, no, this is level 2. Sorry, this isn't... No, wait. Okay, hang on. Give me 1 sec. I'm sorting this all by flavor score in one moment. Hang on. 2-star, move-tastic, Iberi, curry, donut. Because I was checking the lowest, like, 2-star that we previously had was... That is throwing me off. Hold on. Unless using, like, the same berry increases the chances of levels, and it has nothing to do with score at all. Hold on. Because, like, the cheapest level 2... Yeah, this is by far the cheapest level 2 we've ever gotten. It was 280. Literally, the next cheapest was a flavor score of 520, where we used 4 Hyper Qualot berries. Maybe it has to do with the amount of berries you use and nothing to do with flavor score? Okay, we're gonna have to keep... Well, that throws me through a loop. Okay, so this was Bug. Move-tastic, move Power Rock. This was also level 2. Maybe it has to do with the number of the same berries. Psychic level 2. Well, it probably has something to do with, like, energy and stuff. It would have to. Huh. Okay, so we've gotten 3 different types. Okay. Well, that's different. I think this... Getting split into 2... If one flavor is at least 160 and the flavor is 240 is the minimum, is a chance of getting the 2. Okay, so this adds up. I mean, this still helps because we're getting a move power, which is what we're trying to test. Level 1. Level 1. Okay, so far there's been no consistency. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm good. I thought I didn't write something down, but I'm... Okay, so we have not had any consistency yet. So we've not had a single dupe. Which is fascinating. Okay, given the sheer number we have gotten from just the same berry, I'm guessing the type is purely random. But the level 2 thing is very fascinating. Okay, there's the first dupe we've gotten. Move power speed. Or move power steel, and then we got attack power and not like speed power like last time. I like one more. Okay, we got the exact same thing that time. No, I think we gotta keep doing the same thing over and over. Hang on. Dark, okay. The lack of consistency is interesting. I mean, steel came up more, but that not like is a crazy amount. Oh, okay, well that's a new one. That doesn't help us, unfortunately. Quick Babiri Curry Donut. But the level 2 thing is fascinating. Okay, I'm guessing, my educated guess here is there's no correlation. At least with this specific berry between that and type. So, I could try... Hang on. What type of berry do we have? More than enough. I could get us to the threshold we need. And then fill it in with, let's say we just go cherry. Like, I think that... This is gonna be a worse berry, but I'm curious if this has an impact. Hang on. So, computer with nothing open. Supposed to be using 47, like 16 GB RAM. Is it, oh wait, is a computer with nothing open? Okay. So this is 4 Babiri, 4 cherry. I just realized I've been copying all these with Hyper Habans somehow. I copied the wrong thing and didn't notice until now, but that's fine. I just fixed it. Okay. Babiri and 4 cherries. These are kind of ass things that I'm making, but spicy 140, fresh 40, 180. Okay. Let's see. Because some berries could have an effect and others won't, theoretically. Okay, we're getting a lot more steel than anything else. I don't know if there is, like, a reason for that. Or if that's just coincidence. Okay, well, a 1-star quick Babiri curry donut does not help me. Our fighting level 1, which we hadn't previously seen, not that that means anything. I guess I probably bought more berries than I needed to now that I'm looking at it, because a lot of these I could have just tested with one specific thing. But I was curious, okay. We did get a bug before, but we're not really seeing that much of the same. Okay, there's a dupe. We've gotten like every fucking type. Not every, but a lot of the types. Okay, my one other thing would be throwing a different type thing in there, so not just the fresh 40. So let's say we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, we gotta do a 5th. And then let's throw just something else in there. Instead of going with fresh, we can just throw some sour in. I'm curious if this has a noticeable impact. Probably not, but I am very curious because I'm just testing shit. 19, 5, 83. Okay. Then we got spicy, 125, fresh 50, sour 30, a flavor score of 205. Hang on one sec. Okay. Make a couple of these. This is still a 1-star. Okay, we're still getting the Babiri curry donuts. Power bug. We have gotten that before. Poison. That's the first time we've gotten that. I mean, the other idea, which I guess I didn't try, was changing the lead item. We've gotten a move power rock level 2 before, but that's it. I've gone through, made about 20 of these. Our ghost. I mean, we did get that, but that was with the cherry berries. I'm starting to think that this is just pure random. Do one more. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. Because that was not a type. Mighty Babiri curry donut. We're gonna have so many dog shit fucking donuts. I might have to feed a few to Gulpin. I mean, we have more than enough space, but okay, that doesn't help me. Dark. Okay, we haven't gotten that with this exact combo. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to try was if I flip stuff around, I think if that changes the name of the donut, does that get me anywhere. So let's go back to cherries for a sec. Well, actually, first off, now let's try Asper for a sec. Actually, no, we can just still do cherry. I'm just gonna do 3 cherry instead. So there's more Babiri instead of a cherry. I'm curious if that has anything to do with anything. So 3 cherry, 5 Babiri, we got the 19 boost, 583 calories, a 205, which is very funny. We kind of have like the same sort of loadout as last. Spicy 155, fresh 50. 1 sec, I'm updating the column because it keeps formatting things weirdly. Like, I'm gonna format your numbers to the right. Fuck you. Okay. So is this still a Babiri donut? Because there's more Babiri? Okay, so this is still a Babiri. 1-star move, Tastic Babiri. Okay, attack power, or move power ghost. Let's try one more just out of curiosity. Fighting. I mean, a lot of this is the same shtick over and over. I don't think changing the order really affects anything. Let's try that. I'm just curious. So this is a 17 boost, 572. This is specifically cherry first. I want to see if I can get something that's named Cherry Berry or Donut. Not that I don't even think it matters. I'm more just like curious if that would affect anything. Okay, well we got a move power I didn't previously have. Fighting. Okay, so this is still with berries, I think. Move power, fly. I'll do one more. Okay, well that doesn't help me. Speed power 1 more. Oh my, okay, you're just fucking with me now. I want one more type. Not that it's gonna get me very far. Fuck you. Steel, okay. I mean, there's like very mild implications about steel, I guess, but the type variance is all over the place. Whether the cherry berry is there or not, or even the asper berry. When did I get so many Haban berries? What the fuck? Did I buy more than I intended? Okay, well. Oh, I bet you I bought Haban. I meant to buy more Chillin' and I only bought Haban. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. That's like 20k down the drain, because I think the green would have been the best. I'll do a little fucking with this real quick. Okay. So we got bitter 160, sweet 80, coming in at a 240. So it just barely hits that threshold for a 2-star. The bomb, we got that 28, 672. I'll just make a few of these and see what happens. Two-star, protective, Haban, chocolate, donut. Resistance, power, psychic, level 1. And then defense power level 1. Okay. Resistance power flying. Death power. Get a resistance power ground, spit F power. Okay, we're only getting the breakdown at 2, which is very fascinating, because before we were not getting that. Resistance power, ice, F power. Resistance. We're not getting any level 2s. I'm very surprised. It seemed like it was kind of just like a smaller chance to get the divide. So we haven't gotten any. We've gotten a lot of F powers. What the fuck? Okay. No, we've not had a single overlap in the resistance of types. We're constantly getting F power. What the fuck? Surely it would be like a coin flip, right? Okay, that's the second resistance power water. But given the sheer amount of not ones, and there was a defense. This is always 2 separate things. That's fascinating. Star Courageous, Saban, Donut. So my 2-star theory, or not my 2-star, my level 2 theory is throwing me the fuck off. Okay, F power 1, resistance power rock. We did get that before. Okay, I've gotten ice. This is intriguing. The amount of Spadef powers we've gotten is making me think something is going on here. I've not had to resist poison. I don't know what to make of this. I'm not convinced of anything yet. Okay, I'm thinking the type thing is just not true. I mean, look, I guess it could be true. And these specific berries don't have a type, like, bias. But I find that hard to believe. I mean, we're getting Psychic again, but even then, we've gotten... Okay, the Spadef power thing is fascinating, though. Also, the fact that we've always gotten 2, but we had a 240, we had a 280 with Babiri. Maybe that had something to do with it. Because maybe the cutoff is weird. I don't know. First time we're getting Steel. I'm thinking the Spadef thing is literally just like weird luck, to be honest with you. Yeah, it probably was just weird luck. We have not had a fair... Okay. I'm pretty convinced that at least these specific berries do not have a type thing, which makes me think all of them probably don't have a type thing and it's purely random, and I've just happened to get certain types a lot more. Because, like, I think when I was checking, I had water, like, appear, like, 21 times, and, like, fairy appear, like, 8 times. So maybe there's, like, a general chance of a type appearing? I don't know. I could test them real quick with the Roselli. Is this gonna be level 2 or level 1? Because this is also a 280. This is more just a quick test for me. Just to test the other theory. 28 boost, 672. I mean, granted, this can't be split into 2 things, but is this a level 2? Okay, it is. Posing, Roselli, Meringue, Donut, Alpha, Power, level 2. I'll do one more, just out of curiosity. Teensy Power 2. Okay. I think there's something going on with this. I think we're onto something in terms of how the level 2 system works. Teensy Power level 2. You know what? Okay. Let me try something. Let's get to 280 exactly. In terms of sweet. With some other mechanism. Let's say we do less of the same berries. So let's say we do that. At that 170, we need 30 more. Okay. Because I'm curious if there has to do something with like the repetition of certain things leads to something. Kasib, Shuka, level boost 26, 744. Because this is also Sweet 200. It's a flavor score of 260 though. Which I guess could be a problem. Oh. 2-star Teensy. Ketchup, meringue, donut. Do one more. I don't want to burn through too many of the hyper patches, not that they're that great, but... Level 2. Okay, so 260 works. It doesn't even have to be 280. But 240 seems to be too low. Let me go back to the bonds real quick. Let's say we do that. We do Habans all the way to the last thing except for the Hyper Rust at the very end. 28, 720. So this is bitter 180, sweet 70. The 250 flavor score. Okay. This would probably be the cutoff, I would assume. Yeah, I forgot that this works differently, or seems to work differently. Anyway, we're back to the Detective, Haban, Chocolate, Donut. Resistance, Power, Normal, Level 1. Def, Power, Level 1. I forget that this seems to work a little functionally differently. I guess I could do a quick test to see about... Hang on. What I think the cutoff points are. So... The does it just have to be 240 or higher? And... You know what? Let's try this. Oh wait, no. Yeah, let's try it. Fuck it. Okay, so 240, we're going. Sweet 170, bitter 60, fresh 10. So Roselli, ending on a Kasib, and then a nothing. 25, 588. Is this a 2-star? I didn't hit something, I think. Okay, that's Teensy level 1. Interesting. So, flavor score. Yeah, it has to be, my other note was it has to be at least 170. So we hit 170. Okay. Now let's do the exact same thing, except we'll throw a Petra at the end. 26. We're gonna have so much like dog shit berries, but whatever. Sweet 180, bitter 60, fresh 10. So this is 250 total. Is this level 2? I still don't fully understand this level 1, level 2 thing. Also level 1. Okay. 2-star. Teensy Rosilla. Okay, we keep getting Teensy, which I don't like. Okay. One more try now. Hang on. Oh, where was I going here? 70. Hang on. 5, 35. Wait, is this what we want? No, we want 260. Okay. So we're going Roselia, Kasib, Shuka. 28, 672 with a 260. Sweet 180. Bitter 50, fresh 20, spicy 10. Okay. Does that give me a level 2? So maybe the cutoff point is 260? What? 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 Why is that not work now? Also, why do we keep getting teensy? Fuck, man. I have so many questions. Because we had 280 previously. $280 with 200. It was always 200 to get to level 2. Flavor score. Did I get one at 260? Okay, I did get one at 260. But the sweet was at 200. So if the sweet is high enough, does that like, is there like a balance maybe? 6, 7? Where, so like if sweet is 200 and the flavor score is 260, I get a level 2. But if sweet is 180 and I get 260, it's not enough. So if I get sweet like 220, would that lower the threshold to 260 maybe? One more test here. We're at 180, but now we have a flavor score of 270. 290 with a 180. Oh, that's not enough sweet. So can we get to 260 then? The 285 with a sweet of 170. So previously it didn't work. I'm just gonna try this one once. I mean, it seems consistent-ish. Sweet 170. Bitter 45, sour 40, fresh 20, spicy 10. Hyper koala. Wallet. Hyper Pecha. Roselli. The Sib. And then just 2 Orans. The 24 level boost, 792 time. Okay, so previously we were getting a level 1 with a flavor score of 260 and a sweet score of 180. This is a flavor score of 285 with a sweet score of 170. Does that equal 1 or 2? Level 1 or level 2 for the effect? Number 1, okay. So 260 only works if we hit the minimum of 200. Maybe there's like an extreme version of this. Where's like the Babiri? So we were hitting 280 on the flavor score with 200. So I'm gonna say 260, 200 is the spread. I don't know where that 170 came from, that number specifically. But I have to have at least a flavor score of 260 and a flavor that is at least 200, I guess is my guesstimate. This one isn't very in stone. Why am I getting so many teensy, by the way, with the Roselli? There's gotta be something. Because the second I start throwing anything that wasn't... Let me do this again. Oh, I wasn't writing this down correctly. Hang on. I was only writing the sweet stuff down. I wasn't writing the bitter. What? What? I'm gonna have to go double check some stuff. What? Wait, when I did 6 Roselli before, I was getting... Okay, hang on. I was getting level 2. Is it like a chance? It must be a chance. I am so confused now. Okay, so I'm just going to assume the higher the flavor score and the higher the flavor profile, like individual thing, the more likely we are to get level 2. Like that's all I can really go off of, and it seems somewhat chance based. So I had to fix one of these that I fucked something up. So Hyperpecha. I'm not gonna actually make it. Roselli. Sib. Okay. So this is sweet 200. I didn't write down the other things. Spicy 20, fresh 20, bitter 20. Oh my god, so much of this is random. So it seems like type is random. I don't know why though, I was getting so many Spadef powers and then so many teensy powers. Something about that. I'm going back to Roselli for one more sec, sorry. Something about that is... There's some red flag that's going off, and I just don't know what it is. Also, I have a gazillion Haban berries. Here's a level 1. And I put some stuff in wrong, because I'm... So, it's at level 1 again. So there's like a chance. C level... What the fuck? Why was it like consistently doing... Okay, that's a level 2. So it's a chance. And it seems... probably random which of the three I get, and there's just... I get some patterns by just RNG. I have so many fucking Haban berries, dude. I meant to buy Chillin. Bacillin. Is that... Wait, is there an H in there? Am I going... Yeah, there is an H. Okay. I don't know what to do with all these Haban berries. Because they're not even that good. They can't even give me the 2-star. Slowbro. That's probably pretty tanky. Ooh, oh, it's small. Never mind. Ah, there we go. So I was like, I'm looking for the steel because I have the steel sparkling power. I mean, I can give Slowbro a shot. I just don't know if it's gonna go well. See, I gained absolutely nothing out of this, I don't think. Well, I guess I gained that the types seem to be random. And that the level 2 is kind of random. Yeah, I don't know. The level 2 and the level 3 power chance seems inconsistent. Okay. Boop. Shoot. These guys. So we probably want special attackers here. The Slowbro is more physically bulky. Vanium works. Sorry, my brain kind of mushed up a bit in there. You work pretty well. I did a lot there and didn't really get very far with any of it, unfortunately. Huh, I do not have a lot of great options for this, do I? For, like, trying to rush this shit down. I guess you... I guess we're just gonna have to bring some physical guys. I mean, you don't match that well, even. Just trying to see what I think would match well. I could run you, I guess. Ooh, actually, Bell might be pretty damn good here. See what we have in terms of preferably, I think, offense. None of these are particularly great here. Fuck it. Move power ghost. Yeah, that whole donut recipe thing made my brain turn to mush, and I'm also realizing I can call good immediate in like 20 minutes. Thankfully tomorrow we're not doing Blood in the Clock Tower, so I've just been getting on kind of late. Oh going. Nah. I'm gonna try you. This is a pretty good amount of points at least. You have the Spidef chance drop to do thingy. I'm actually gonna do a Flowing Water real quick. Oh, it's attack, never mind. Pick up the Spidef drop. You stop running into it! Okay. You are not doing enough damage, my guy. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Mega Frost loss! Dude, my brain is entirely mush. I'm also still salty at myself for buying too many Haban berries. I'm more mad about that than I should be. I don't really mind if the process goes down here. I'm gonna try Victory Bell. Just out of curiosity. That's a pretty good damage. Maybe I just didn't understand Victor Bell's game, you know? Maybe Victor Bell just kept popping off, apparently. Ah, shit. I'm gonna need some Omni boost. Or just good RNG or something. We got an Omni boost. Can we get like a Spidef up there too? Okay, you don't need to keep attacking me like that. Ow, rude. That's pretty good damage. Get the timer freeze in there. I think it's the Omni boost actually. Do we get like a Spidefra? Thanking it. I think we're gonna be fine here. Just barely. Cap. There we go. Yeesh. I'm gonna give it to Victor Bell because I think Victor Bell did the most work. Although we gave him a big grade. The assortment of goodies came out of the gold bonus ball. Yip yip ee. Let's see if there's anything in here that screams, oh my god, that was so worth spending the berries on the donut that I did. Excuse me. How many berries do we even get from that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we had to use 8 on the donut. Those don't seem that worth it, I'm gonna be honest, Chief. Oh, we're gonna go do Marowak. Yeah, the rewards for that are just not quite enough. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go buy a few more Roselli berries just to have them, and I might buy a few Chillin berries. Chillin, whatever, however you say it. Because we're gonna be right over there anyway. But, yeah, I don't know. I wish we found more consistency with the donuts, but I think it's gonna just be a lot of pure random. Yeah, going forward, I am going to record every donut I get, even if it's like a dupe of something else. For the time being, at least. Just to get ever so slightly more accurate data. To look for biases in certain types, but like... I don't think it's happening. Oh wait, we're actually further away than I thought we were. I don't think there was any others that I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go do, so... Okay, I'm gonna do the berry thing first. Get that shit off my brain. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have extra of these specific berries anyway. Unfortunately, it sucks that the Haban doesn't get to the 2-star, so that was like the worst of the 3 options. For the one to buy an extra like 200 of, but oh well. I have a bunch of cheap donuts now that I can just throw willy-nilly around. So chillin'. Could be fresh, right? Yeah. Buy a bunch of those and I'll get some more Roselli just because I used quite a few in experimentation. Okay. Burning through money, but whatever. At some point I gotta level grind a little more on Jacinth, so... She gives 20k per win. Which is actually, yeah, it's like 2 or 3 minutes per fight max. Probably like closer to like, probably about 2 or 3 minutes, I think is a fair estimate. And I can buy 100 more of those berries each time, so... I should not overthink it. Fill me that alpha full links with the good nature. Guess I may as well take a look-sees. I was hoping for some more consistent finding. Eventually, I'm sure I will Google how the system works. I'm sure somebody's made a calculator, so I'm guessing it's like probabilities of getting stuff. I don't know. Someone has some calculator, I'm sure, somewhere that would actually be good. You need my help with what? I don't know why I said that so aggressively. With what? Okay, 4-star ground. Our goal here. Also, yeah, dark types, okay. Goal here is just Marowak. Anything else? Sure. Love this. How do I ask out the girl you like? That's a great question. As someone who has a girlfriend, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know, I guess it depends on the situation. Like, how well do you know her, I think is the first question. Like, are you, like, friends? Long-term, short-term friends? As in, like, you've known each other for, like, a couple months, or you've known each other for, like, 10 years? I think that's an important question. Or have you barely talked to them? So I think that changes the approach. Okay. A lot of Pokeballs. Not a lot of Marowaks. Like, we try on good basis, but I wouldn't say we're exactly friends. Oh crap. Yeah, so you're not like strangers, so to speak. Which, because if that was the case, I would just say don't bother. But if you know each other enough that it's not like she's not gonna immediately think you're some weird creep or something, just off the notion of you. Anyway, I'm over analyzing. What would be the? I guess. I think just generally being casual about it is probably the best approach. And not, because I think like a lot of times, at least, the safety aspect is a fear for women, because I'm assuming, you said girl, okay, yeah. I was just triple checking. And we got Marowak! Sorry, this has been the worst fucking advice attempt in history, mind you. So, have you been taking notes? No. I'm gonna catch that third species. Okay, I guess be casual, be yourself. I don't know what to say the main factor is gonna be. Yeah. We got Galarian to custom, right? Be yourself, be casual, take no for an answer. If I don't, it's like, I think honestly the first step might be to treat, I don't know, yeah, try to have more of a, just like, hang out, go out kind of thing that is less date-esque. Might be the approach. I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't know what to say because I kind of just stumbled into my relationship, if I'm being completely honest. Like, it kind of just happened on accident. I never actually asked out my girlfriend. So, my knowledge is a little limited. I didn't hang out would feel weird. Yeah, that is fair. Because I'm like, I think sometimes, yeah, there needs to be like that level of familiarity. Can help. I don't know. I guess I don't really know what the best way to like poke around to ask is, unfortunately. To see like if they're interested without it being weird. Which unfortunately, well, I guess how many friends have asked me to hang out with them? 1,000 or 0, one or the other. Yeah, I don't think I really. I mean, I can go look real quick to see if there's another Marowak, but I doubt it. 0, damn. Sure, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. I wish I had a better idea what the approach was. But I got none. Anyway, I hope that helps. I am realizing the moment you asked for advice just how woefully underprepared I am for this question. I'd say Google it, but that could also just end up being a fucking disaster because some people on Google are weird. What about some don't says? Okay. I can do that better than I can do technique. I mean, I think, yeah. Well, okay. Just general I mean, this is more just general dating advice, but yeah. Be yourself. Don't try to force anything. Take no for an answer if that is. Don't like try to push after her. If she says no, just take it as complete no. Be generally aware that a big concern for women when it comes to dating is their safety, just because unfortunately that's how men are, generally speaking. So the comment. Yeah, well, I think unfortunately what should be deemed common sense for some people is not. So yeah, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of men who are very stupid. Either maliciously or non-maliciously. I'm trying to think if there's something that's more specific. Other than like the sort of the more obvious, you know, along the lines of just be respectful. But I mean, I think there's a reason that's the general advice, even if it's annoying and doesn't feel that helpful. What the? Is there a little thing in here? What am I missing? Okay, hang on. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I had more, but I don't know if I do. I mean, I think just generally just being casual about it is probably the best approach. It's a shiny Bunnelby. Shiny Bunnelby! Let's go! Hi there, you are pretty. I've wanted one of these guys for a while. We probably go with the Premier Ball, right? Look at you, so cute. What a little guy. Let's go! Hog! Yeah, that's a shiny I've actually wanted for a while. It's quite nice shiny. Did you hear the new Tom? No, I have not heard the new Tom McDonald song. I tend to pretend he doesn't exist. Say hello to the little guy. Here I go. Hello! I've been wanting you and Shini's Diggersby for a while now. I don't know, I just like the shiny. The eyes look really cool on it. Look at the little guy. I like the shiny. It actually matches, the eyes match the Premier Ball very nicely. It's so cute! Oh, look at how scary it is. Yeah, it's so intimidating. I need some nails. The plop down! Aww. One more time. It goes on its butt, just goes plonk. Let's do a quick little hop around with you. Oh, it runs on all fours! It's so cute! It's like a rabbit! Who could have seen that coming? It doesn't have the first 4 letters of the word bunny as its first 4 letters. I could have never known it was a rabbit. Oh, it's really cute. Honestly, I'm shocked at how cute I find this thing. What a pleasant find. I'll have to try to get a Diggersby. It took a little while to find one of those, but I'm not surprised we found one eventually. It's called, like, Praying for the Left. Bro got rage fighted so hard he's 30. Yeah, he doesn't seem like the brightest tool in the shed. I can't do that. Tool in the shed. Am I just giving up on this one? Yeah, he's definitely... He's one of the people of all time. Try to come up with anything just about Tom McDonald challenge, impossible. The lyrics are just shit. I mean, that's Okay, well, so much for that. That one... I mean, I found the shiny, so, like, I can't complain. But yeah, I'm not... That's just kind of Tom McDonald style. Like, the BJ only goes hard for Bros News. Oh, yeah. I mean, hey. You can pay someone, I feel like, to make background music that's good at it. But for the lyrics to be your own message, especially as, like, a weird right-wing conservative rap, you gotta do it yourself. I don't think there's that many conservative rap writers running around. Oh, and I get Dragonite's back. Anything else of interest in here? What do we have? Yeah. Anything I actually need? Not really. Oh, I could go for like Slurpuff. I think we're just gonna not bother with the Rogue Mega Arenas right now. Like, they're intriguing, it's just that I don't get enough out of them, unfortunately. Screw it, go take a look at the steel one. I might just throw on a shittier donut. It looks like you're here from the Lego Movie credits or something? Huh. Oh, is this it? Where the fuck? Well, if I wanted to do that, that wasn't gonna work. But you know, hey. He had something going for him, I guess. Okay, steel type. I can do steel types. I got a lot of things that work in the steel. Probably. I got like a gazillion fighting types. As I failed to locate half of them. You know what? We'll run with it. Fuck it. Actually, no, wait. The ice type is not the pick. Hold on. Change of plans. We're going you. Nope, nope, wait. That one. Okay. I don't think I need anything too crazy here. Maybe I just throw on a 3. Okay, so 3-star is not going to give me very much time at all. Any just like not interesting ones I can bring? It's catching power steel, but like, I don't know if I don't think I'm finding much here that I care about. Fuck it, I'm just gonna throw a 2-minute thing on and see if I find anything interesting. See if I can get any good berries. After my my donut recipe thing. It was just a disaster. I got no info out of making like 50 fucking donuts. Does this even work like this? We're not even gonna get. I'm not even worried about getting like points. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for like a Steelix, but that's okay. Gotta make the most of these portals. A lot of Tika tons. Always one here. I don't think I'm even gonna be able to catch a Steelix now that I think about it. Because my level is so low. Oh, I ran out of time on that one! Oh well. I actually did catch the one, it was better than I thought. See if I can find like 1 or 2 more Pokeballs real quick. Go. See if I can get the Steelix real quick. Okay. Nope. Okay, well I caught Onyx. What do you fucking do? I don't need Onyx. The song is full of weird lines like, they say America ain't safe if you're black or trans or gay. I think it's way more dangerous to be a Christian. Oh my god. This man is so stupid. I think it'd be less offensive if I knew there weren't... Even if he's like trolling, right? There are people that... There are an ample amount of people who believe that he's from... Yeah, he is from Canada, yeah. So, like, because he would totally know. To begin with. But yeah, no. I think the group that is most dangerous is the group that is the majority, that gets by far the least hate crimed of the bunch. Hang on. You know, let me see something real quick. Hang on. Give me one moment. This is very important. Not really, but it's important. Let me see. Let me see. Hang on. Hang on. I'm gonna get this. Give me one moment. This is clearly very important. Let's play a game called Where's the Christians? No. Oh, well, we've hit transgender, black, and gay. No. Oh, more transgender. Nope. Another gay one. Nope. Oh, there's Catholic and Christian. Oh, wait, other... There it is. It only... I mean, yeah, it happens. This is the they're not even... It's not even a 16th of what just regular anti-black stuff is. It's less than a fifth of what anti-gay is. No, totally, it's way more dangerous to be a Christian in America. Huh? Yeah, fucking... Oh, boy. What next? Oh, it's so dangerous to be heteros... It's blocked by my webcam. The header... Want to guess the first few lines of the song? Sure. Anyway, I just happen to have the statistics from the FBI on hand about what minority groups face the most hate crimes. It's crazy when you have actual facts on hand. That it's just easy to prove how blatantly incorrect some stuff is. Like, any more fun facts? Yeah, I don't think I could even attempt to guess the first song. They always said that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, then they celebrated after they killed him. They tried to tell us Black Lives Matter and that white people have always been villains. They burned flags in the street, and they scream at police taking illegals to prison. They got rainbows on the bedroom walls, and they swear to God that men can be women. This would take so much time to debunk. These two, okay, I can't play it on stream. I'll have to look after. But I can try to take a look. Not that I want to take a look, but I can. Yes, the reason they said Charlie Kirk was a Nazi was because he held similar beliefs to the Nazis. And that's the reason they celebrated. Some people, the they in this scenario, whoever they is, that's why they celebrated, because he held Nazi beliefs. They try to tell us Black Lives Matter, yeah, and that white people have always been the villains. Okay, well, that kind of historically is unfortunately just true. Also, what? They try to say it's Black Lives Matter and that white people have always been villains. That doesn't even acknowledge the first point. That they always try to tell us that Black Lives Matter. Yes, white people are not black people! What? They burning flags in the street. Yes, that's a form of protest. And they scream at police taking illegals to prison. Well, yeah, if they're abusive. They got rainbows on their bedroom walls. Okay, who doesn't these days? Like, what? It's just a rainbow, who cares? And they swear to God that men can be women. Scientifically, they can. I think there's a certain amount of people in men. Hang on here, wait. For funsies, since I just so happen to have a couple facts on hand. Let's see. They say hang on, I'm gonna find this. Give me a sec. I have a couple too many sources. One moment. Oh, yes. They're saying that men can be women. I mean, I would say that 2.1 million people does imply that men can be women. Or at least transition into women. It's crazy. Wow. Also, that happen to be the white people that are most commonly trans. Which is interesting, since you think that they say the white people have always been villains, yet they're the trans people. There's nothing. Don't look into this comment. I'm making shit up, but yeah, no. I mean, anyway, that was Ragmic 100's fun facts. See, the trick is to have way too many sources at the immediate disposal for no apparent reason. I think we actually still need a good-natured, Roselia. This is sort of the BS of trans people are mass shooters. Oh, ooh, can I pull up another source? Yes, I have this many sources on hand. Hang on, let me find it. I gotta stop closing my thing. My folder of fun stuff. Hang on 1 second, then we'll actually play the damn game. Hang on. Hang on, let me see. I know. Where is it? I have this somewhere. I think. I have a lot of sources. I'd like to apologize. Okay, hang on. Maybe I have it in a different folder. Let me see here. I know oh, wait. Maybe here? Here we go. So this is the Violence Project. So this includes any mass shootings that have occurred with 4 or more deaths. Might be slightly outdated at this point. It might be like 6 months to a year old, so the number is probably a little different. But if we take a look here, there's a noticeable trend. I wonder what the trend is for number of mass shooters. I wonder what the trend is. No notable notes there, though. It could be anybody. We shouldn't look into it any further. Oh, I never used EXP candies, I just realized. Hang on. There we go. Okay, we're just barely not there. We'll have to use some real quick before I wrap. Oh my god, it's 11:12. Okay, I gotta get wrapping up in a moment. I'm using heat balls on these guys. I think they're very chill. May not be the catch window, but whatever. Hey, okay, give me one moment. normal while I hit the wrong button. Anyway. Don't think I need any Roserades. But I'll try. I'll catch him anyway. Okay, the poison kind of sucks. I definitely... No, I can just go fucking catch things without any effort in the overworld. Nailed it. Okay, everyone's poisoning these days. Army time. Head up. Alright, actually, one sec. There's also, okay, more lines. Ah, yes. They're scrolling through their TikToks, Antifa clips. They say that Trump is Hitler. They're mad that they missed. They think that's how that they feel is how it is, and conservatives are evil. We shouldn't let. Okay. Once again, this is just the they is doing a heavy lifting. But yeah, the reason people compare Trump to Hitler is because Trump has done a lot of fascist policies, and Hitler was a fascist. I don't think he's directly one-to-one comparable. I think it's more just pointing out fascist tactics that Hitler or that the Nazis used that Donald Trump has also used. Also, Donald Trump literally made comments about like fucking executing Democrats. What Democrat politician has actively said anything about killing the Republicans? Like, sure, there's some random people online who may have said it at some point. Doesn't mean they're the majority or are good people. Doesn't mean that that's what, like, the Democrats generally support. And so that's why, like, the vague they is doing such heavy lifting. Because they don't actually have to define the they. They can just point to this amalgamation of the left. While Trump's like, specifically Trump and his cabinet have done things that are, you know, directly tieable to him, that no Democrat has done anything, like, no Democrat in power or in a political position has done anything remotely similar. Also, do we want to talk about the fact that how he said he's glad certain people died? Yeah, we can acknowledge that in a second. Hang on. Okay, we're not getting this Rosalia! Not that I even need it, I don't think, but... I'm gonna try to get this. Screw it. It's going poorly, but I'm trying. Synthesis, fucker. Stop it! Bad! I'm doing that. Fuck it. I catch, right? Cool. Oh, I got there, Rosalie. What did he, wait, what did he say, wait, what line did he say where he said he was glad certain people died? Oh, and there's a difference. Okay, well, if he said that, that is, like, very clearly hypocritical to the message he is trying to convey. Okay, I don't count. That's what I assumed. Yeah, but unfortunately, if we don't finish the catch animation before we get ejected, it doesn't count. I don't know if it uses the ball or not. I'm hoping it doesn't. Not a huge deal if it does, but... Okay. Excuse me. Anything in here that I'm like, ooh, I gotta... use? Sure. But, oh, okay. Yeah, because if he's saying that, then he's just incredibly hypocritical. To be fair, I'm sure he says so much hypocritical shit if you compare his songs, because, like, I don't even think he's trying to really make an actual point. He's just trying to, you know, appeal to people with a very specific set of beliefs. So... That's a shiny Garbodor. I just saw the catch shiny Pokemon thing at the top now. Wait. Can we get over there? How do we get over there? I'm panicking. Hang on. There's got to be a better way up there, right? I don't normally take this path, so I'm not used to it. I land on the lamppost? Okay. I think if we go... I think it'll stay there. If we go around, I hope. The reason I saved... I mean, if... Fuck. We'll find out if it despawns. We are going kind of far. I think this is the only way I can get there. I don't actually have a shiny Garbodor in any game either. He'll still be there. It is. Perfect. Let's go! I have no clue what Pokeball I want to catch this thing in. Maybe a Netball? Fuck it, Netball looks pretty decent, I think. Let's go! Shiny Garbodor! Whoop whoop! Let's go! That's 2 shinies in one day, Pog. Pretty short period of time, too. Hello, Travis. Woo! Okay. Let's go actually do what we're here for and get Pokeballs real quick. I don't know if the alpha thing's gonna happen, probably not. But that's fine. Ah, that was a bad throw. That was the wrong move. That's fine. I don't think we need the Roserade. Oh man, that Garbodor. Okay, yeah, the Garbodor thing. It is good to know you can run fairly far away from shinies, and they don't despawn, unlike the regular Pokemon. Because like, the Alpha Trubbish that was there despawned, which I didn't really care about anyway. Okay, because there's the static Alpha Trubbish anyway. But that is nice to know. Ah, they're turning around to look at me! I don't think we're gonna find anything else of interest, but I'll check real quick. You know, we're good. I mean, hey, I think the Shiny's a pretty great place to end on. I love when conservatives are so against socialism but cannot define it or correctly just say it's communism. Or correctly, or just say it's communism. I mean, if we're being honest, socialism is kind of pre-communism. Well, mass kidnapping of the Roselia. I mean, socialism is kind of pre-communism, but they're definitely very different. They love calling socialism communism. And then just, like, completely incorrectly identifying what it actually is. Yeah, it's... Because, I mean, what's funny, too, is, like, most of the conservatives that are so scared of it would actively benefit from socialist policies. Because it's a lot of, like, poorly educated people who live in poverty or, like, lower middle class, who struggle to get things like healthcare and education that would actively, like, actively benefit, I guess, I was going to actively benefit from it, but they would benefit from it. I mean, like, pure socialism probably has a lot of problems. I mean, I'm not an expert on it, but there are, you know, there's so many, like, Nordic countries and stuff that have, like, the highest rates of happiness in the world that have socialist policies, that it's just hard to, like, isn't Canada... I don't actually know. It's definitely not full-blown socialist. It might have... I think it has, like, socialized Medicare. Maybe a few other policies. But, like, we're caught in such a capitalist hellscape that it's, like, the doctors and the insurance companies are all trying to profit off people as much as they can, which just screws the consumer, like, the average human over. And then, like, to get socialist policies there would actually make the medical system so much more manageable for a normal person, but the conservatives, most of the time, poor conservatives are so scared of that for some unknown reason. Anyway, let's take a look at Garbodor. More yep. Look at you. You are pretty. I've also yeah, Garbodor's another shiny that I've wanted for a while. It's a cool one. I think I like it more than the Trubbish, so I'm kind of happy we got the Garbodor over the Trubbish. Not that I would have complained either way. Oh, you get so happy! Look at it! Oh, I see your angry face. Oh yeah, it's just so scary. I love the like teal kind of color, the blue-green that it's got going on for its head. It looks so good, and it contrasts the gray so nicely. Oh, it's just a gorgeous shiny. And a silly little guy. Oh, it runs around so goofily. I love it. Oh, it's so perfect. Oh, I will treasure and cherish you with all of my heart. Like a little spin it can do. So cute. Oh my god, let's talk over shitting on Tom McDonald. I mean, hey, he sort of exemplifies a lot of problematic conservative talking points that are not actually based in any factual evidence, but in fact, feelings. I wanted to see it be happy again. It's so cute, it does that! Look at him! Or her. Or they. Her. Okay. Anyway, I think that's a good point to end. I don't think we're getting much better. We'll go quickly wrap up at a Pokemon Center, I think. We're still working on the points. We didn't get like a ton today. Well, 35,000 is pretty good. Because I spent a decent bit of time doing donuts. I think tomorrow we should have more time. We can kind of just go run around and check out some of these areas. I do want to try to take a look at the fairy area, because more Slurpuff would not hurt. We do need Alpha Slurpuff. That'd be a good thing to go for. Go lick my girlfriend's feet. We don't live in the same house. That would take way too much effort. I'd have to walk over there to her house. Not that it's like that far, it just would be an inconvenience. for it being 11:30 at night. Also, I'm just not really into feet, especially not licking them. That seems kind of unsanitary. Hold on. Block it. That could have done more. Note to self, this is not the best squad for this. Can I get like a spit F drop or something? Oh, I already got it. I don't even know if I need a good... Okay, I thought... Let's throw it out here. I'm doing this instead of going to bed. How much for me to kiss my girlfriend? Are we talking like French kiss or more just like a peck on the lips? Because those are very different things. Either or. I mean, to be fair, I give her a peck on the lips pretty regular. That's not, I mean, you know what, $500 there. I set a price. Don't know if we need that scrappy or not, but whatever. I should also use those EXP candies before I forget tomorrow. How close are we to the... We're right by the fairy one, too. Too bad you're broke, damn. Hey, if you can't buy it, you can't see it. Anyway, quick little heal in here. Guess you can't kiss her too from now. Well, I'll just kiss her off stream and without telling you. So, checkmate. Liberal. The woke left fails once again. We're 997, damn. Okay, yeah, we gotta... let's just go find someone with a good nature, I guess. who we got? Who's on board? Who's up to bat? Oh yeah, we said we wanted a physical attacker here, didn't we? I'm down with a... Well, maybe I want adamant on you before I commit. Okay, hang on. We're gonna play the annoying game here. While I figure out what the heck I wanna power up. Sure. You're more woke than a person who is awake? Shit! He's got me! I have no argument. I have no chance of recovery. Oh boy. EXP candies in this game are even easier to get than Scarlet and Violet, and it somehow scares me. Cool. Oops. What other random guys we got? Pidgeot. This is a weird system I'm running. I'm fine with the amount of XLs we've used for the time being. What else we have going on here? You know what? Sure. Not on you. Yeah, just want to use a little bit more L's, and then I will be good for now. And a few mediums. I'll do the regular adamant. Like 40 of those. Cool. Okay, that should be good enough for the time being. And then we just got, yeah, 2 boxes of stuff to clean up tomorrow. Dex entry or 2 to read, I think. Scissors, mainly. And we should be good to go. We don't really need to make any donuts for a while, so I think we're just going to crank out the rest of the Hyperspace survey points most likely tomorrow. And we'll go from there. And then, yeah, the donut stuff I learned today honestly kind of just led to more questions about how, like, level 2 stuff works than answers, and we didn't really get anywhere figuring out specific type things. So, for the time being, I'm assuming the type stuff is purely random. Or weighted, like, slightly, maybe, but it doesn't seem to be, like, each berry only has a few specific types. So, I don't know. We'll keep messing with it with time, I guess. Although, to be honest, I might stop messing with it as much. And, I mean, because I'll probably keep bringing stuff down for a little bit longer. But, it's not going to be getting me that much further with anything. It's hard to say. I mean, it's worth writing down stuff for, like, level 3 related shenanigans to figure out the mechanics there. And even the level 2, I guess, could help. But, I don't know. Okay, we gotta wrap things up here, though. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll be sure to get tomorrow, as always. Hope to see you guys then. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.